So in a mystery, there is only so much you can cover and talk about until it may fall flat if not solved. However, in the Kenny Veach M-Cave mystery, due to the nature of certain people's behaviour and actions, as well as people's lack of communication and sudden silentness for a bit, as well as some factors in between, makes the overall atmosphere feel just a little bit off, a little strange. Now, to put it into better clarity, there are 3 different types of people who are involved in this. On the right hand side, you have people who are involved in solving the mystery and trying to figure out what's happened. That can involve people giving advice, giving theories, and even exploring. It includes Behaviour Sean, Really Robin, Jeff Clark, partially me, and the viewers as well that comment. However though, on the left hand side there is opposition and resistance from some, using means of intimidation, threats, warnings, and if not that, spreading false accusations and allegations and spreading false news. Now there is some people in the middle though, those who are either casual audience or people that are sit on the fence, and these people often fall for the left-hand lies. The left lies and the people in the middle fall for it, who end up despising or disliking some people on the right-hand side. So that's the situation. However, there are certain factors which play a role in these groups of people. The factor of silence, the factor of solving, and the factor of a certain platform partially being involved, which impacts the information presented as well as the amount of people that can receive it. Now, moving first on to the factor of silence. That impacts the right hand side of people, because from my experience and from what I've seen, some people have gone quiet all of a sudden, like Behaviour Sean, Really Robin. Now, there's no full explanation to why they're quiet, so you can think anything. It might just be because they're busy. But due to the nature of what Behaviour Sean said, like how his emails have been hacked, that's how I've not been able to communicate with him since, for what, a month or 2 or maybe more. I've not heard from him for a bit now. And that's because supposedly, from what he said, the email has been hacked, so he doesn't receive them or he can't log into his account. Which is weird to begin with. Why would someone need to hack into his email account to view messages, to find hidden stuff? Well, it's because Sean is deeply involved in this M-Cave and Kenny Veach disappearance case, because he has been out there, he has explored, and he has contributed quite a bit. So like how he said, he potentially is a target, and that might be why he got hacked. So that's one strange thing to point out. So silentness in terms of communication via email, as well as no videos recently. The other person, YouTuber, which silence factor impacts, is Really Robin. So if you've seen his channel before, he had lots of videos, all been deleted, except just for 3 of them M-Cave related. It's a bit of a coincidence, only those remain. Now, he himself said he is quitting YouTube, maybe for certain reasons, that's fine, ununderstandable, but it just seems a little weird how an individual who's been making videos and been doing well on YouTube and built an audience suddenly starts covering M-Cave and Kenny Veach, and then suddenly they themselves, or at least their channel, is suddenly impacted, in which they make a completely different situational choice in that case. So that's a bit weird. Now, the person said it will be explained soon, with a video or two, so that will bring clarity. But for the time being, this silence and form of action is a little weird. And then the final group of people who've shown silence, which is a little odd, based off from how active they were originally and how they contributed or just left messages or showed support. It's the odd few people who I've come across. One of them being who's disappeared for what, six to 8 weeks, probably 8 weeks they've not been seen for, in terms of them online. They've not been active online from what I've seen for 8 weeks. They've not left any messages or anything. Now they themselves are an active person, and there's some kind of like pattern or schedule of when they reply or message, but for that to just suddenly cease, it does seem a bit weird. Same with a few other people on YouTube who have left comments. They've kind of gone silent, they've disappeared, which is a little bit weird. Maybe they're just all busy, but when someone's active all of a sudden and then suddenly they're not, it does seem stranger because there's a bigger contrast. Just like how someone for a week or so was really happy and then all of a sudden they're the complete opposite and they're very quiet, something isn't right. That kind of stark contrast. So that's the silent factor. Now the factor of solving involves the left, the resistance. This solving has led to certain messages, it's led to certain discoveries of what is happening, and that's all I'll say. But things are coming out, and it's just showing for how it is. So we move on to the next factor, which is the platform, is YouTube. YouTube seem like they're involved because they've participated in shutting down Sean's live stream 3 times now in a row, which is very odd. And he hasn't gone past the restriction limit of what, 4 to 8 hours, because he's only done it for an hour or 2 and then it's cut down. So yeah, that's one factor which it plays a part of. Silencing again, maybe trying to cut him off. But it's also played kind of a role for me as well. Two cases which this factor has affected is the people that can access a certain video, just a certain video, which is MCave, Kenny Veach related, and then view account being manipulated on another video. So on the, what is it, the second decoding video, the views went from what, like 400, and then it went up and up obviously, and then all of a sudden it jumped to what, 2.3k, but then suddenly it went down to 687 or something, and then it was at 666 for a bit, and then it started going back up again, 847, then it went to what, 1k, and now it's at 1.1. It's kind of all over the place. If you look at the comment section, you know, it'll show it all and it'll make sense, but it was so up and down, which didn't make sense compared to all the other videos I've done in the past. Never been affected. And in terms of the other video where I do like a little background check or whatever you want to call it, looking into Kenny's girlfriend, well, supposed girlfriend, a few people are reporting they can't view the video because it's not loading, it's not playing, it's buffering. And in recent time, I've tried viewing it myself. Just look back at it, and it just keeps loading, stuttering and all that, and I can't view it. Even me can't. So that's a bit weird. Now, if you back out of cutscene, if you change the quality of the video, that can often help, but I tried it this time around and nothing would work. So if it shows again, if it happens again, I'll show you. But weird how YouTube are kind of stepping in, because they've been known to step in before. You know, if you type in what Nazi Germany anthem music or whatever, there's virtually no videos anymore. There's only one. If you type in 9/11 conspiracies, there is basically none. None seem to exist, or at least are mentioned on the top page, at least. They're being removed, they're being hidden. And it's funny because they'll censor the Nazis, they'll censor Hitler, but they won't censor communism and Stalin and all that, which is no surprise though. So that concludes the video. Goodbye.